Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. So guys, in this video we will have our discussion on a topic regarding which I consistently get asked in the comment section, even in the consultation, which is about the major transition in the life, or this could be in a way the major professional transformation. Like what could be the time when a person generally shift from the job to the business, or from one industry to entirely new industry, or this could be a case like the way there have been those documentaries where someone who quit the job and became a monk and all. So what could be the combinations which generally drive these kind of outcomes in the life? And guys, for that we will be taking into consideration the houses which you have to give attention to, the planets which you have to give attention to, the age, like what could be those specific years of the life which makes us very much open towards these kind of changes or transformation in our life. And also guys, at the end, the icing on the top, I will also tell you about that for this specific year 2025, which all rising signs could stand a chance. So guys, just because I recently uploaded this video where I was explaining this from the concept of the palmistry, that I explained one line, that if the fate line or the destiny line is abruptly getting ended up at the headline, that junction where fate line is ending on the headline, that is generally roughly seen as the 35-36 years of the age. And it has been generally found in the research that this could be the time when people actually have an abrupt ending or transformation in their career. So after that only many people were asking me. So okay, in this video we will have our discussion on that. I remember guys, like there is this guy, like he's a very good astrologer friend of mine only. So last year when I was in India, so I was just exploring different opportunities, different ventures and all, and I kept on pressing him, okay, shall I do this, shall I do that, okay, my chart is promising for that. He's like, Nipun, it's not like that. One day he got frustrated, it's not like that. That one day you will wake up, you will take your face, I want to become an engineer, I want to become a doctor, I want to become like this. Your whole chart has to be in complete synchronicity. Although I was not wrong. Being an actor on the side, I keep on playing different characters all the time. So okay guys, first of all, to begin with, now if you actually have to see that in your chart, the houses which becomes important are the 3rd house, 9th house and the 12th house. And this is something which I have actually seen in my research, and majority of the prominent astrologers, like this could be some of the senior astrologers from the lineage of the Bharati Vidya Bhavan, like Shri VP Goel sir and all. So they all have like mentioned this thing in their work, that generally the major transformation in the life comes when you have any of the movement, any of the activation happening in these houses. Now comes the question, why the 3rd house, 9th house and the 12th house? So guys, the answer is very simple. 3rd house is the 6th from your 10th house. Like because a lot of the like astrologers from Bharati Vidya Bhavan, just because their majority of the clients and students have been the government employees only. So in majority of their reference charts, they give this example that generally when 3rd house gets activated, in many cases it has been seen where people take premature retirement from their line of work, and even in terms of the private sector and all. So generally I have seen this thing, that whenever any of the activation is happening in the 3rd house, it actually brings some sort of major change in your professional life. Because guys, 3rd house is not only 6th from the 10th house, but it is also 8th from the 8th house as well. So because of which, because of the Bhavat Bhavam concept as well, the activation of the 3rd house could drive these kind of outcomes in your professional journey. Now a lot of you would be wondering that why didn't I mention the 5th house, why did not I mention that? So guys, generally it has been seen in the case of all those people, because whatever transformation or professional changes which happens as a byproduct from the 5th house, it is somehow not all the time very pleasing. This is a typical case where people are sometimes asked to leave. Like this could be a case with the Twitter's ex, I guess he was the CEO, Parag Agarwal, when Elon Musk took over and he was asked to leave. And I remember there's one more example of this guy. He was in this sitcom show like Kin's Convenience Store. So the actor, and he has also acted in some of the superhero movies as well. And in one of his interview, he mentioned this thing, that I guess he was working in some IT company in Toronto, and he was asked to leave. And he mentioned this thing in his interview, that it was very humiliating for him. Like, you know, imagine that scene when in a big office, you have been asked to leave, and from the cubicle, everyone is observing you, noticing you. So that, as per his interview, like walk of shame, that you are being humiliated. But see, where did he ended up? So again guys, in these kind of scenarios and all, if fifth house is getting activated, a lot is also dependent on that what is the state of the planets over there. Because like the way I always say this thing, that people who work as an independent consultant, those are also the fifth house prominent people as well. All those kind of people who are working in the entertainment business, who are operating from the stock market, trading and all of that. So that is also the fifth house. But generally it has been seen that the professional changes, transformation from one line of work to another line of work, from one industry to another industry. Third house can give you transformation where you will willingly act on that. But the contribution which comes from the fifth house, a lot many times it is forced on us. Like again, like the way it happens in the West, I have been out of the job market because at the time when I was living in India, I have worked in corporate. Even that time, even if what I have seen, that even if they have to ask someone to leave, they still used to give him a notice period. But the way it comes in the news and all, that generally in the West, when someone gets fired, sometimes the person is asked to leave on the same day. Someone reported at work and he has been like asked to report to the HR, and straight from there, even as he's not even allowed to go back to his workstation and get his stuff. So those kind of firing and all generally happens with the activation of the fifth house. So that is the only reason I have not included it in this discussion, because I'm talking about something for which you have been consistently working hard, and the activation of the certain houses and the planets, matching it with the transit and your age and dasha, it actually strengthened your state in your life. So third house is my very first pick. Now guys, after that comes the ninth house. Now guys, ninth house beyond doubt is very important, because see, ninth house is the 12th from your 10th house, and generally it has been seen that whatever transformation generally happens in your professional life from one line of work to another line of work, so with the diligent support from the ninth house, it generally safeguards our interest. Like people who step up in their career, and in lot many cases this could be overseas opportunity, this could be something regarding which now you will get more respect and you will get a strong footing in your career. But yes, it can actually make you work with the people, be in a place, be in a nature of work which might be completely new or completely foreign to you. But like the way I have mentioned this thing, that you get the respect and you stay protected. And guys, after that next comes the in any way activation of the 12th house. Now why 12th house? So guys, because 12th house is something which is also very foreign, which is also very like it's also like hidden from us, and from the 10th house it is third from there. So generally it has been seen that people who are like skilled in any profession, in any field, and later on they get to know that they are not being remunerated very well with their employer and something. And in certain cases it has also been seen that you know, it's like you were doing something on the side with a regular job, but something happened because of the activation of the 12th house, that now you transitioned into full-time completely relying on your skill, on your talent only. So the summary of the first part of our this discussion is that for these kind of major big transformation to happen in your life and all, like complete U-turn in your professional life from one industry to another industry, or from job going to business, going solo, something. So for that, changes which happens in a very smooth, in a very graceful kind of way, it generally happens in your professional life because of the support, activation, contribution coming in from the third house, from the ninth house, from the 12th house. Guys, never get confused with these otherwise like negatively attached 6th house and the 8th house, because 6th house is the ninth from your 10th house. It is the bhagya of your profession. So that means activation of the 6th house is not a negative energy regarding which you have to be worried. And when we talk about the 8th house, again guys, 8th house is like the gain, the labh of your like profession. So like I've seen that in so many cases. Half of the astrology I'm learning just in the matrimonial apps only, looking at the chart of the probable candidates. I mean to say, I was like recently looking at the chart of this girl, so banker, and in her case investment banking and insurance and all of that, selling those financial products and all, and Libra Lagna, 10th lord moon being exalted in the 8th house. So it's just like that, she has gotten so many occasions out of the turn kind of promotion and the bonus and all of that. So again, never ever get worried about the 8th house. If 8th house is getting activated, you never know where you will end up. Like it could be a step higher or more remuneration potential and gains and all. You do not even have to worry about the 6th house as well. The only the only house which you have to be worried or alert is the 5th house. And I have tried to give you the best logic as much as possible from my level. Now guys, after that, when we talk about planets, so beyond any doubt guys, Ketu is the one planet regarding which you have to be very watchful, you have to be very careful, because Ketu is not open to any negotiation. Whatever changes Ketu brings in our life, they are like very forced kind of changes and transformation in our life. And again guys, Ketu is a kind of there is a word called as the spiritual scavenger. So sometimes what happens is that it's just trying to balance things out in certain specific areas of the life, but the planet which you have actually have to give a lot of attention. And I guess that is the only reason every Saturday when I talk about the planet Saturn, like everyone is interested to know about Saturn. Saturn is the most important planet. So it's the planet Saturn only which is actually responsible from bringing major, maximum professional development, transformation, transition in your life. So Saturn is very important. Whichever planet is your 10th lord, that planet is very important. And again guys, even in your Dasamsa chart as well, in your D10 chart as well, so over there as well guys, you have to see that the planetary dasha which you are currently running, so via that dasha, where those planets are sitting in the D10 chart, which all houses they have got a rulership of. So all of that will become very important. And again guys, some people make this mistake that you know, when they talk about looking at the planetary placement or transit of the planets in the D9 chart, so you cannot do it like this. Like Saturn right now is transiting in the Aquarius. So now if you actually have to see Saturn's contribution to the D9 chart, you cannot see in the D9 chart straight away that okay, where Saturn is transiting, because Saturn is transiting in the Aquarius, but it's in certain Navamsa Pada. So Saturn is currently transiting in the Aquarius, but it might be transiting in some other Navamsa Pada. So that is going to be the actual placement of Saturn and its contribution from the Navamsa perspective. But you cannot just go straight away in the D9 chart and look at Aquarius and start placing Saturn over there. Or after 29th March, you will start placing Saturn in the Pisces in the D9 chart. It does not work like that. So okay, so we have discussed so far that the houses in the chart which needs to be activated for any major professional transformation to come in your life. Second thing which we discussed, that the contribution coming in from the planet Ketu, from the planet Saturn, from your 10th lord, its activation becomes very important. Now guys, when we talk about the age group, so beyond any doubt, it goes without any saying that especially the activation of the planet becomes very important. So we know this thing that if your whole chart is being strongly ruled by the planet Mars. Like you are a Aries Lagna with your ascendant Lord Mars being placed in the Scorpio, or you are a Scorpio Lagna, your ascendant Lord Mars being placed in the 6th house in the Aries. Majority of your planets, especially your moon nakshatra, are being ruled by the planet Mars. So then we can say this thing that okay, this person is very strongly ruled by the planet Mars. So it is a sure sign that at the age of 28, when Mars will get mature, that is going to be the time where there is going to be development by leaps and bounds in your professional life. So like Mars will give you something which is aligned and connected with your destiny, with your life path, that will bound to happen in your life. Same is the case with the planet Saturn, Rahu, Ketu. And again guys, when we talk about the age 36, this is the most important age. Why? See, Saturn matures at this age. Rahu and Ketu completes two return at this age. Jupiter completes its third return at this age. So because of which the age 36 becomes very important. So let's say for example, if you are very strongly being ruled by the planet Saturn, and like you are contemplating some sort of changes in your professional line of work, regarding which right now you're not very clear, but if you will give attention to your chart and you will see that okay, a lot of the action is going on in my 12th house, a lot of the action is going on in my 3rd house. At the age of 36, I am in the dasha of a planet which is placed in the 9th house. So this might be an indication from the cosmos, from the heavens, that you are headed towards some major professional change or transformation. Now guys, whatever we will be discussing over here, especially for these kind of major professional transformation and changes, it goes without saying that you have to verify that in the D10 chart, in the Dasamsa chart as well. That will give you a clear indication of this. Now guys, like after all of that, now let's briefly look at that for this year 2025, which all rising signs are going to be standing a chance, or they are eligible for some sort of major professional transformation, major changes in their line of work, in their career, like venturing out into something new, which is right now completely foreign to them. They do not have any idea about of that. Or let's say for example, you're not contented, you're not happy, or you're looking out for some new like probable line of work or business ideas and something. So if based on your rising sign, if those said planets are getting activated, houses are getting activated, this could be a case that this year might be a year for you for some major professional transformation. So guys, the very first, beyond any doubt, is going to be the Aries Lagna, because guys, in the case of the Aries Lagna, Saturn is going to be entering in their 12th house. And now again guys, here it's not only about that the houses which we have to give attention. You also have to see this thing, that what is the innate nature of the zodiac sign where Saturn is going to be transiting. Saturn is transiting in the Pisces. Now Pisces is the energy of the absorption or surrender, sacrifice and all. So I mean to say, Pisces in a way carries the energy of the original Kalpurush Kundli's 12th house. Saturn going over there in itself is a sign that purification, cleansing is meant to happen. Now all what we have to do is that we have to make the overlap of the things. And beyond any doubt, if you are also running those dasha which are also indicating that, this could be a case that your 10th lord is already placed in the 3rd house. Between your Mahadasha and the Antardasha lord, there is a 6-8 kind of difference between them. So all of that could be a verified case. So now for the Aries Lagna guys, in your case, now what is going to be happening this year is that Saturn is going to be transiting in your like 12th house. It carries the rulership over your 10th house, the house of your like status, your professional undertakings, 11th house of your income, of your gains. And now Saturn is going to be transiting in your 12th house. And guys, just because during this time Rahu also becomes very important, because Rahu in your case is going to be transiting in the 11th house. So that means if any new idea comes to you, if some new door opens up on its own in your life, and let's say for example, being a Aries Lagna, right now you're also of the 36 years of the age, or like the way we say this thing, that the age from 45 to 48 is also very important, because this is the time when the Rahu Ketu inversion happens. Rahu is going over the natal Ketu. Ketu is going over natal Rahu, and this is also close to the time of the activation of the Ketu as well. Rahu got activated at 42, Ketu gets activated at 48. You are in between of that cycle. So that means, being a Aries Lagna, these kind of things are getting applicable in your case, that either you are like about to turn 28 in the year 2025, or you are running the 36 years of the age, you are in between 45 to 48 years of the age, your running dasha is also indicating that. And there are like certain development in terms of the circumstances which is happening around you, where people are like considering you for a new role, or like, you know, within your family or in the back of your mind, you're contemplating venturing out into something new and all. So this could be the year for you to give it a serious thought, because Saturn's transit in the 12th house, Rahu being in the 11th house, somehow in the transit it is actually supporting you over there. In terms of the transit, your interest are in a way is very much safeguarded, because guys, when Jupiter is going to be transiting in your 3rd house, right? So this whole karma triangle or the air house triangle is very well working in your favor. So all what matters is that in which capacity you can capitalize on it. Now guys, the second rising sign which is going to be very fortunate or lucky in terms of standing a chance for some major professional transformation, so that is going to be the Capricorn Lagna. So for the Capricorn Lagna guys, beyond any doubt, Saturn becomes your ascendant lord. Both the planets Saturn and Rahu are good planets for you, and Saturn's transit being the ascendant lord in the 3rd house, which we have already discussed, it is 6th from your 10th house. So that means if you're already 36 years of the age, you are in between 45 to 48 and all, so this could be the time for you. And again guys, same is the way, it's not only that Saturn is going to be transiting in the 3rd house, in the original Kal Purush Kundli 12th house, Pisces energy zodiac sign, but also Rahu is also going to be transiting in your 2nd house. So Rahu in any case is going to be giving you lot many new ideas to completely revolutionize your finances. So this whole combination of Rahu being in the 2nd house and Saturn being there in your 3rd house, 8th from the 10th, could be a supportive sign for that. And guys, the third pick for today, you would have understood so far that it is going to be the Cancer rising natives as well, because for the Cancer natives, Saturn is going to be transiting in your 9th house. And again guys, like the way I mentioned this thing, some major like activation needs to happen in the 9th house, because 9th house is 12th from your 10th house. So that also means that during this time, let's say for example, if you will suddenly see some development happening, like over where this could be a case that you are an actor, you are a musician, you are a baker on side. Like even today I'm coming after giving an audition, and when I like there was this girl, she was paid up with me in order to like act for that commercial lines and all. And while we were just stepping out, I just asked her. She said, no, I don't go for films and television these days. I only go for the commercial because I have a regular job. I just had the baby and all. So that means this could be your story, that you are doing and managing things on the side. But let's say for example, the whole planetary settlement going to take place when Rahu is going to settle down in your 8th house, and Saturn is going to like on March 29th, it's going to enter in your 9th house, and you're also 36 years of the age, in between 45 to 48 years of the age. So this could be a good sign for that. And if your running dasha is also supporting you, and guys, in your case for the Cancer Lagna, all what I can say is that if it will happen in a very sudden kind of way, because for Aries and for the Capricorn, it is still the domain or the energy over where like they still have a say. Like for a Aries Lagna, whatever we have discussed over here, over there, their skill might open new doors for them, for new professional opportunities and accomplishments and all. For the Capricorn, again, this could be some sort of some sort of that competitive spirit and drive within them, which might take them towards going solo or taking chance with something new, some new professional development. But for the Cancer Lagna, in their case, it's the 12th from the 10th. So whatever will happen, it will happen on its own. It might come through the blessing, grace, right set of guidance, and yes, you definitely stand a chance. And if nothing could be better than that. If you're also running the dasha of a planet which is safeguarding your interest and the age groups which I said, so this could be a year where you could have a complete change, transformation, transition, or you might venture into something which is going to be entirely new when it comes down to your professional choices or your professional undertakings. So yes guys, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs. For further more updates and notification on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my Instagram account. Dhanyavad.